welcome to the Olivier Awards.
To be here and celebrate theatre.
You know, I'm really excited to be here. I was not expecting all of this, but I'm like overwhelmed and like excited like a kid in a candy store right now. This is just great.
It's the first time I've ever walked up a red carpet and had a lot of people shouting at me like that.
I have many friends up for awards this evening, so it's a very nice way to begin my Olivier experience, being here, seeing my friends all shining and hoping for the big one.
So excited and so thrilled to be here. It's such a pleasure to be part of, an event that's now 40 years old and that honours someone who was such an important man in the theatre. It's really exciting.
I am nervous, I'm excited, I'm a bag of, everything.
Dry in the old mouth. Could use a bit of a drink right now. But no, looking forward to it. I mean, what a party, it's great.
Very excited, a little bit nervous. I'm presenting an award, so it's great to be asked and great to be back after 40 years.
Complete dream come true. I was at drama school like a year and a half ago, so this is beyond, this is mad. It's mad. I feel so honoured to be here. This is so cool.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I was rooting for Cillian Donnelly, of course.
My fingers are crossed for Matt and for the show as well. People have been going, what are you really looking forward to? Matt.
Oh, come on. Kiki Boots for the win.
Positive, ambitious. I'm ambitious. I was street performer over there, and now I'm doing stuff here. So it's good to be ambitious in a positive way.
We all dress up, we all come, and we all sort of buy into the prestige of it and the sense of celebrating London theatre.
I was taken to see my brothers when I was about 8 at their school, and that was completely what did it for me. And if we can do that for anybody, then I think it's good.
Ecstatic, excited. The whole cast is absolutely bubbling to be performing and looking forward to blowing the roof off, hopefully. That's the idea anyway.
It's like so huge in there, it's like a football stadium, but it's phenomenal. And I get to perform as Lola for the first time on television, which is a bit scary, but also exciting. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Each of these people have done something extraordinary. Every show has touched someone to such an extreme that they've been recognized by the Olivier Committee, and we have a lot of great stuff to celebrate. And I think this year is no exception. I think this year is probably even more stellar than the last few. I think it's incredible the amount of talent we're going to see on stage tonight, the performances we're going to see, and hopefully a lot of happy faces at the end of the night.
And the Olivier Awards 2016 with MasterCard.
I had a dream about you, baby. It's gonna come true, baby. They think that we're through, but baby, you'll be swell, you'll be great, gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now, honey, everything's coming up roses. Clear the decks, clear the tracks, you got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow, honey, everything's coming up roses. Now's your inning, stand the world on its ear, set it spinning, that'll be just the beginning. Curtain up, light the lights, you got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be swell, you'll be great, I can tell, just you wait. That lucky star I talk about is due. Honey, everything's coming up roses for me and for you. all you need is a hand. We can do it. Mama is gonna see to it. Curtain up, light the lights. We got nothing to hit but the heights. I can tell, wait and see. There's the bell, follow me. And nothing's gonna stop us till we're through. Honey, everything's coming up. Roses and daffodils, everything's coming up. Sunshine and Santa Claus, everything's gonna be bright lights and lollipops. Everything's coming up. Roses for me and for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of the Olivier family, welcome to the Royal Opera House for this special celebration of the 40th anniversary of the Laurence Olivier Awards. For the past 40 years, these awards have recognised and rewarded the best of British theatre, which is renowned across the world. And I know that my late husband was both delighted and proud that the award should bear his name. Congratulations to all the nominees and the best of luck. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And now, if I can put a new spin on an old saying, I'd like to say I'm as happy as Larry to be here tonight. And to welcome your host for the evening, the wonderful Michael Ball.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2016 Olivier Awards, sponsored by MasterCard. And let's hear it for Lara Pulver and the incredible Imelda Staunton and Gypsy. Whoa! That's the way to start a show, isn't it? You may remember when Imelda and I were in Sweeney Todd together. A review described, thank you. A review described us as a charm offensive. She was charming, and I was just myself. I so should have played Mama Rose. Still too young. This isn't just any Olivier ceremony, though. This is the 40th anniversary, yes? The first ceremony was held back in 1976 at the Café Royal, and we've grown a little bit since then. You might remember that that was the hottest summer in UK history, so it's appropriate that the first ceremony had the unfortunate name of the Sweat Awards. They don't get any better. It was very different times, of course, back in the 1970s. Elizabeth II was on the throne, we were voting about Europe, and the Mousetrap was playing in the West End. Over the past 40 years, we've seen some phenomenal performances and productions right across theatre, opera, and dance. London's theatre feels more diverse and interesting than ever before. We really are leading the charge in ensuring greater diversity on stage. And isn't it amazing to see such a wide range of productions and nominees at this year's awards? It's been an extraordinary year for the industry. Audiences growing and growing. In fact, here's an interesting fact. More people went to see London shows than Premier League football matches. Yeah. Although, I've got to tell you, Some of the best acting I've ever seen has been on a football pitch. One of this year's many big hits has been Farinelli and the King in this brilliant production. Oscar winner, Mark Rylance, yeah. Congratulations, sir. He plays an unpredictable and erratic leader, totally unsuited for public office. In the UK, we call it drama. In America, they call it a presidential election. We've also seen the excellent Photograph 51 starring Nicole Kidman, telling the story of Rosalind Franklin and her work in discovering DNA. Isn't it fantastic to have a play about science in the West End? I'm amazed Nicole Kidman agreed to do it. I didn't think a play about gene removal would get past a nudity clause. Not one of mine. The theatre world has been increasingly embracing new technology, and so are we. Not only will this show be broadcast on ITV, but it's also being streamed live on YouTube outside the UK for the very first time. Although, a bit of advice, if you're looking for any of my jokes afterwards, and there aren't many, don't type ball gags into your search engine. You'll see a very different side to YouTube. Dame Judy, I hope you've cleared your history. Good. Time to get underway. We've got 27 awards to give out, as well as live performances from some of Britain's greatest theatrical talents. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome to the 40th Olivier Awards. Impressive, isn't it? Our first award is for Best Revival, and to kick us off, two people who have starred recently in blockbuster ITV dramas, Miss Marple and Downton Abbey. Please welcome double Olivier winner Julia Mackenzie and Jim Carter.
Thank you very much. Julia and I were just reminiscing in the wings there. The last time we were together on a stage was in Guys and Dolls at the National Theatre in 1983. Julia was Miss Adelaide, I played Big Julie, and while she was knocking them dead with Adelaide's Lament, I was backstage flirting with her understudy, who was a young actress named Imelda Staunton. What happened to her?
It didn't hold her back, did it?
No. Well, she married well, love. So, on with the awards anyway. We're here to present the award for Best Revival of a Play, and the nominations are...
Best Revival. Hamlet at the Barbican Theatre. LIAISONS Dangereuses at the Donmar Warehouse. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom at the National Theatre, Littleton. The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre.
And the award goes to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Surprise, surprise, the white man gets to pick up the award. I'm standing here representing a large number of exceptional artists, technicians, stage management who have made this show possible. And we all want to thank SALT and the staff at the NT who have supported us all the way. And a special thank you to Rufus Norris, who backed me to direct the play and has been behind us all the way. One of the great things about this is that it will draw attention to the work of August Wilson, who is not as well known in this country as I think he deserves to be. It's been an incredibly humbling and inspiring experience doing this play. And I want to dedicate this award to the memory of the great August Wilson, with love, respect, and gratitude. Thank you so much.
Well, now, our next presenter had a wonderful year in 2015. Not only did he host the Olivier Awards last year, but he was also decorated with a knighthood. Your Majesty, you have set a precedent. To present the award for Best Entertainment and Family, will you please welcome Sir Lenny Henry.
Good evening. It's fantastic to be here. A great honor once more to present Best Entertainment and Family. And here, my people, are the nominees.
Best Entertainment and Family. Alice's Adventures Underground at the Vaults. Dr. Seuss's The Lorax at the Old Vic Theatre. I Want My Hat Back at the National Theatre Temporary Theatre. Peter Pan at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre. Showstopper, the improvised musical at the Apollo Theatre.
Fine selection. And the Olivier goes to Showstopper, the improvised musical.
Thank you so much. Oh, we have so many people to thank. All of the showstoppers, past and present. Those who've been on stage, backstage, in the band, behind the scenes. All of our producers, especially Julius Green, Susanna Rosenthal, James Seabright, Ray Cooney, and of course, Keith Strachan.
Okay, also, Nika Burns and the NIMAX Theatres. I mean, an improvised show, thank you so much for this. An improvised show is a massive risk, right? For the audience, they don't know what it's going to be like. For the producers and for the theatre owners. If it wasn't for Nika and NIMAX and Lawrence actually backing this, and this is the first time that an improvised show has ever been nominated for an Olivier, it would never have happened. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
You so want me, James Norton, I can feel it. How's that for a heel, Izzard? Not bad. Actually, they're quite good, aren't they? I could do panto now, couldn't we? 5 miles from London and still no sign of Dick. Can you explain to me, can someone explain to me why I wasn't cast in Kinky Boots? Or Nell Gwyn? Or Gypsy? Tonight, I think I'm going to try and prove that I've been overlooked for some very obvious casting. Our next performance features a musical based on a hit British film with music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper and starring Olivier nominees Killian Donnelly, Matt Henry, and Amy Lennox. Yes, of course, it's Kinky Boots. And the song that you're about to hear is called Sex is in the Heel. Sadly, I took that literally and ended up in A&E. It still chafes.
The sex is in the heel, even if you break it. The sex is in the feel, honey, you can't fake it. Jack it up, 'cause I'm no flat tire. Knock it up 6 inches higher. The sex is in the heel, so just embrace it. Ladies! The sex is in the heel. The sex is in the heel. The sex is in the heel.
To be in that show, Kinky Boots. Now, our next two awards recognize the creativity that is seen on our stages night in, night out. To present the UK's most successful male model is here, Mr. David Gandy, and with him, a breakthrough actress most recently known for her role as Maria in War and Peace. Here are David Gandy and Jessie Buckley.
Good evening. We are here to firstly award for Best Costume Design, and the nominees are...
Best Costume Design. Greg Barnes for Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre. Hugh Durrant for Nell Gwynn at the Apollo Theatre. Jonathan Fensom for Farinelli and the King at the Duke of York's Theatre. Katrina Lindsay for Bend It Like Beckham at the Phoenix Theatre.
And the winner is Greg Barnes for Kinky Boots.
I'm not Greg Barnes. I'm Jerry Mitchell, actually, the director, but Greg is in New York working on a new musical that's in previews on Broadway. I'm accepting this for him. I know he'd want to thank our producers. He'd want to thank everyone at Playful. He'd want to thank everyone at Slot. And most importantly, the angels who dance every night in those 6-inch heels and make it look like child's play. Thank you very much. This is for Greggy.
We're also here to announce for the Blue Eye Theatre Technology Award for Best Set Design, and the nominees are...
Blue Eye Theatre Technology Award for Best Set Design. Hildegard Beckler for Oresteia at the Almeida Theatre. Ez Devlin for Hamlet at the Barbican Theatre. Jonathan Fensom for Farinelli and the King at the Duke of York's Theatre. Anna Fleischler for Hangmen at the Jerwood Theatre downstairs, at the Royal Court Theatre and the Wyndham's Theatre.
And the winner is Anna Fleischler for Hangman.
Thank you very much. This is so exciting. We put everything into the work that we do with every show that we work on, and it's incredible to get this reward back and to see how audiences enjoy the work that we do. It makes me think how blessed I am as well, though, for all these collaborations that we have in our everyday work, all these people that we work with all the time, incredible talent. And so from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank my collaborators. I want to thank Martin for writing such an amazing play, Matthew Dunster for just being the best director. I love working with you. For the cast, the crew, the stage management that gets all the detail done, my assistant, Lauren, who helps me all the way, and of course the Royal Court and Playful and Robert Fox for taking it to the West End and making sure that more people could see the show. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic. God, David Gandy, eh? It's like looking in a mirror at a fun fair. I actually feel very close to David. I'm actually wearing his underpants. Little snug. Now, chance to look back over the last 40 years of the awards, starting with the musicals.
And the Olivier Award for the Best New Musical
goes to... What I love about the Oliviers is they have rewarded quality over and over again.
And once that overture starts, I'm like, whoa, this is fabulous.
Singular sensation, every little step she takes.
Chorus line. That overture, my heart completely popped out of its chest. It's one of the great overtures.
In a musical, we must never neglect the play. It's so important, the storytelling.
Oh, jump to your samba, hip, hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. Let the dream begin, let your darker side give in.
There's some wonderful stuff in Follies. It's a very clever musical as well. You can't fault Stephen Sondheim, he's such a clever lyricist.
What did I say?
Jerry Springer to have been part of that huge, mad, crazy, brave adventure would have been wonderful.
It was such a refreshing change from all the PC stuff. You know, here's Mel Brooks blasting the audience with as much offensive material as he could come up. Everybody got it. I thought it was glorious.
Everyone is different, it's a natural state.
It's a British story, but actually I think it transcends country because it's about aspiration, isn't it? And opportunity and fighting against odds and stereotypes.
And the world keeps spinning round and round.
I'll never forget going to see Hairspray, which I think I probably saw about 3 or 4 times. How joyful that piece of theatre is.
Different musicals will have an entirely different effect. There's just pure entertainment where you look at people and they're dazzling and their voices are extraordinary and the costumes are amazing and it's nothing like our daily lives. And that's a fabulous, wonderful escapism.
Every day starts with the tick of...
You go and see Matilda and you come out quite proud to be British because you think we've got such marvellous child actors.
You don't have to fight, you don't have to shout. If little you can do what loves you. Mustn't let a little thing like little stop you.
I believe that Satan has a hold of you.
What I admire most is the people who set out to take a risk for the sake of the story.
That the Garden of Eden was in Jackson County, Missouri.
Musicals should take you up, down, give you loads of belly laughs, and a fabulous ending, and we all go out the theatre to the pub, happy as Larry.
Wonderful to see that. Tonight, you're seeing a lot of extracts from the nominated musical shows, but we also wanted to give you a flavour of the nominated Best New Plays. So, we are delighted to welcome some of the stars of those plays. Kenneth Cranham, Sally Rogers, Denise Gough, and our first, Iestyn Davis.
Spain, 1737. The king, plagued by insomnia and depression, is fishing madly for a strain of sanity, having abandoned his court and people. Meanwhile, in London, an Italian castrato is taking opera by storm, singing to his adoring public with a voice so divine, he has the power to captivate all who hear him. Desperate to find a cure for the king's insanity, Queen Isabella brings the castrato Farinelli to the Spanish court in a unique experiment. Will his unearthly voice bring about resolution to King Philip V's disenchanted world? From the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse to the Duke of York's theatre, Claire Van Kampen's witty, charming, and haunting play enjoyed full houses. The joint forces of Sonia Friedman Productions and Shakespeare's Globe, together with a live period instrument orchestra and a trio of uncastrated and very manly countertenors, brought this true story of one king and his castrato to life once again. Van Kampen weaves Baroque gems from Handel to Hasse into a script that not only brings joy and laughter, but asks us who we are and what our place is in the grand scheme of things. A veritable evening of enlightenment for all.
The musicians are waiting. When you are ready, maestro.
Good. We'll make music now together. We'll keep out that world and have only this.
Andre is a sprightly, stylish, elderly man who wears a linen jacket and sports a spotted scarf. His eldest daughter has arrived at his Paris apartment, having cancelled her holiday with the new man in her life because the latest carer she's employed for Andre claims he's attacked her with a curtain rod. Andre says the carer is raving mad, that he doesn't need any help from anyone, and he can manage perfectly well on his own. Andre's fight against the loss of memory and mind is the subject of Florian Zeller's play, The Father, which he defines as a tragic farce. We have indeed been both very funny and very moving in 210 performances.
I'm going to outlive you, both of you. Yes, that's right. I'm going to outlive you both. Well, perhaps not you, but definitely my daughter. I shall make a point of it. I'm going to inherit from her, not the other way round. And on the day of the funeral, I shall make a little speech to remind everyone what a heartless and manipulative person she was.
I'm very sorry about this.
Why, she understands completely. It's you that doesn't understand. I've been trying to explain to her for months, but she refuses to listen, refuses. So, since you're here and your job is helping people, I'd be very grateful if you'd help me explain things clearly to her, that I will not leave my flat, that I can manage very well on my own. All I ask is for everyone to bugger off and leave me in peace. If you'd help me do that, I'd be most grateful.
Since last autumn, I have had the pleasure of being involved in a new play by Martin McDonagh. Hangman is full of McDonagh's razor-sharp, dark wit and peopled with the most brilliantly drawn set of characters. In Matthew Dunster's expert director's hands, the show came alive on Anna Fleischler's incredible set, atmospherically lit by Joshua Carr with a 60s sound created by Ian Dickinson. It was a fine group of actors and a joy and a privilege to perform with the company night after night. Here is a little example.
So how many men have you hanged, Harry? Give me a rough estimate. More than 100?
Loads more.
More than 1,000?
Don't be daft, this in China.
If you'd have just tried to relax, you could have been dead by now.
I run a pub and he's chief hangman. That ain't boring, that's interesting. Meals on Wheels for the depressed, that's boring.
I've never been out with a boy before.
Well, it's not going out, is it? I was just going to take you to a mental home. It's hardly tea at the Ritz.
Guillotine's quick, but guillotine's messy and French. Who'll go for that in Durham?
My brilliant friend Duncan Macmillan's compassionate, heartbreaking and funny new play, People, Places and Things, tells the story of Emma, who I have the great privilege to play, an actress whose life spirals out of control as her addiction to drink and drugs begins to destroy her. Beautifully directed by Jeremy Herrin, it's a raw and honest look at addiction and recovery and how we all cope in a modern world. People, Places and Things, a headlong co-production with the National Theatre, recently transferred to the Wyndhams in the West End for a limited run.
What a thing it is to be alive, to love and to be loved.
How do you think this story ends?
What story?
Your life. If you'd prioritise getting well.
I'm not sick. I shouldn't be here.
It's pretty obvious that you should. You lie to protect yourself or your addiction.
It's not lying. It is admitting there is no truth to begin with.
Fantastic. All of them amazing productions. And now, an actress who won her Olivier Award in 2006 for Raisin in the Sun, and she's shortly to play Hermione in the new Harry Potter plays in London. And with her, an actor who came to prominence on the London stage in The History Boys and Chimerica, Noma Dumezweni and Stephen Campbell Moore.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
We're very pleased to present the next two awards, the first being the White Light Award for Best Lighting Design, and the four exceptionally talented nominees are...
White Light Award for Best Lighting Design. Neil Austin for The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre. Natasha Chivers for Orris Dyer at the Almeida Theatre. James Farncombe for People, Places and Things at the National Theatre, Dorfman. Mark Henderson for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre.
And the winner is Mark Henderson for Gypsy.
This is terrific. I'm not Mark Henderson. Mark can't be here tonight. I'm Michael Harrison, and with David Ian, we brought Gypsy into the West End. Mark obviously didn't think he was going to win this because he gave me nothing to say, but I know that he would like to thank Jonathan Kent, Anthony Ward, the entire creative team, everybody at the Savoy, his programmers, his assistants, and everybody at the fabulous Chichester Festival Theatre. Thank you very much.
And now we're going to present the award for the nominees for Best Sound.
Best Sound Design. George Dennis for The Homecoming at the Trafalgar Studios 1. Tom Gibbons for People, Places and Things at the National Theatre, Dorking. Christopher Shutt for The Father at the Wyndham's Theatre. Christopher Shutt for Hamlet at the Barbican Theatre.
And the winner is Tom Gibbons for People, Places and Things.
Hello. Thank you. I collect this on behalf of myself, obviously, and also from Matthew Herbert, who's the composer for People, Places and Things, who created all the brilliant content and deserves this as much as I do. So this is from Matthew Herbert as well. Thanks to everyone at NT. Thanks to Jez and Goffey and Duncan. And a great play, isn't it? So that's it. Very quickly, last of all, hello to my mum and my sister who are watching outside. And thank you to my lovely girlfriend Rufio and my little daughter Dot, who put up with a lot of late nights. So thank you.
Does my bum look big in this? Our next musical describes Broadway as being the home of sin and bad language. In the spirit of method acting, I heard that the cast went to see Lawrence Fox dealing with a London heckler at a matinee. The show started at Chichester Festival Theatre, then moved for a limited run to the Savoy Theatre, where the show was such a success, it's now transferred to the Phoenix Theatre. Will you please welcome the company of Guys and Dolls?
We will now hear testimony from Brother Nicely Johnson.
Oh, no, Nathan, I can't do that.
Brother Nicely Johnson. Get up, you fat water buffalo!
Well, it happened to me kind of funny. Like a dream. Yeah, that's it, like a dream. Tell us, in your own words. I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood and I hollered someone fade me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under, find the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood nicely, passing out the whiskey. Oops. But the passengers were bound to resist. For why the people all said, beware, you're on a heavenly trip. People all said, beware, beware, you'll scuttle the ship. And the devil will drag you under by the fancy time and your wicked throat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank and I hollered, someone save me, that's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under with a soul so heavy you've never float. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. 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 Sit down, do-do-do-do-do. Sit down, do-do-do-do-do. Sit down, do-ba-da-do-day. Sit down, do-ba-da-do-day. Ba-ba-da-shava-bee, ba-da-ba-dee-ba-ba-da-ba. Sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
Now, to present our Opera Awards, one of the most famous sopranos in the world. Originally from New Zealand, she's enjoyed a successful international opera career, not least on this very stage. We're so delighted to welcome the incomparable Dame Kiri Te Kanawa.
The award for Best New Opera Production, and here are the nominees.
Best New Opera Production. Cavalleria Rusticana Pagliacci at the Royal Opera House. The Force of Destiny at the London Coliseum. Morgen und Abend at the Royal Opera House.
Right. Cavalleria Rusticana Pagliacci at the Royal Opera House.
Thank you very much. When you take risk, you sometimes fail, but maybe now is the time to remember that when you take risk is also when you can really succeed. Thank you and congratulations to all the people who worked on this production, all the amazing people who work in this building and make the Royal Opera House the best place on earth to work. Opera is an incredible art form, an emotional fitness center, more relevant than ever before. A lot of great opera gets put on throughout the UK in all shapes and sizes. So if you want all your senses stimulated and your soul deeply stirred, go see one. Thank you.
Award for Best New Opera Production, and these are the nominees.
Outstanding Achievement in Opera. English National Opera Chorus and the Orchestra for The Force of Destiny, Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk and the Queen of Spades at the London Coliseum. Felicity Palmer for the Queen of Spades at the London Coliseum. Antonio Papano for his conducting of Cavalleria Rusticana, Pagliacci, William Tell and Crowell Roger at the Royal Opera House. Tamara Wilson for The Force of Destiny at the London Coliseum.
Again, that's it. English National Opera Chorus and Orchestra.
I'm Martin Fitzpatrick, Head of Music at ENO, and it's my honour to accept this award on behalf of the Chorus and Orchestra of ENO. I must thank Ed Gardner and Mark Wigglesworth for conducting these performances so dynamically, and Stephen Harris, the chorus master, for his fantastic galvanising influence. But mainly, I would like to salute every member of the chorus and orchestra of ENO who night after night brilliantly channel their individual talents to achieve a magnificently powerful collective impact. The chorus and orchestra of an opera company are a vital part of their lifeblood. It is imperative that we create an environment in which they are cherished and supported. Long live ENO, long live ENO's orchestra and chorus. On their behalf, I thank you very much. Thank you.
Seemed like such a good idea at the time. Mrs. Henderson Presents has been getting rave reviews at the Noel Coward with its tableau of female nudity. I had an audition for Mrs. Henderson recently. I took my clothes off. They asked me if I would be prepared to swing. Talk about getting the wrong end of the stick. My court case comes up next week. Do you think that's bad? Should have seen my fiddler on the roof. Here. Keep it together, boys. Here are Olivier nominees Tracy Bennett and Emma Williams.
In this life, it's good to have something to fight for and to do what your heart's telling you. I have found that to make life worth living, you must have a dream of your own to pursue. I may waver from time to time, but then life would make no sense if mountains were easy to climb. I may weaken from time to time, but then why would we even bother to dream if mountains were easy to climb? There are those who say when life knocks you sideways, slow down, we're not here for long. They're allowed their opinion, but in my opinion, they're wrong. I may stumble from time to time, but then why would we bother to dream if mountains were easy to climb? I may stumble from time to time, but please tell me, what would life mean if there were no hurdles for us to jump
But then why would we even bother to dream if mountains were easy to climb? We may waver from time to time, but please tell us, what would life mean if there were no hurdles for us to jump over? If we got it right every time, if mountains were easy to
Such a fabulous show. And now, to present the award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role and Best Actor in a Supporting Role are two recent Olivier winners. He won for his central performance in Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. She won for her extraordinary performance in Ibsen's Ghosts. They are Luke Treadaway and Leslie Manville.
Thank you very much. Good evening. We're going to do one at a time. I've got the Best Supporting Actors nominations. Here they are.
Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Mark Gatiss for 3 Days in the Country at the National Theatre, Littleton. Michael Pennington for The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre. Tom Sturridge for American Buffalo at the Wyndham's Theatre. David Suchet for The Importance of Being Earnest at the Vaudeville Theatre.
And the winner is Mark Gatiss.
I'm not Mark Gatiss. Oh, I am. Oh. My glasses are steamed up. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. I can't tell you how much this means to me. It was an amazing experience, 3 days in the country, a beautiful play and a gift of a part. I'd like to thank, obviously, my agents, Grace and Sarah, my beautiful husband, Ian, who has supported more than my bad back for as long as I can remember. Everyone at the National, Rufus and Wendy Spahn, David Marsland and Fiona Barsley, the fantastic crew, Amanda Drew, John Sim, John Light, Nigel Betts, particularly the great Gorn Granger, my old friend, and my luminous co-star, Deborah Gillette, and the maestro himself, Patrick Marber, for this wonderful opportunity. I'm thrilled to bits. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The nominations for Best Actress in a Supporting Role are...
Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Judi Dench for The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre. Michelle Dotrice for Nell Gwyn at the Apollo Theatre. Melody Grove for Farinelli and the King at the Duke of York's Theatre. Catherine Stedman for Oppenheimer at the Vaudeville Theatre.
And the winner is Judi Dench.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely livid.
as I had a bet with my grandson, which I've now lost. And I'm never going to be allowed to forget it. I know everybody says what a wonderful time they had doing something. I can truly say this time that in The Winter's Tale, it was an absolutely memorable time for me. Not only working with Ken Branagh, who I never cease to be rude about, and Rob Ashford, but a really fantastic company, and crew, and stage management, and absolutely everybody who worked at the Garrick Theatre. I do thank you. This is lovely to have, but in actual fact, it belongs to all those people just as much as it belongs to me. Thank you.
How many more bloody shows are there? Our next performance is, can you guess? Yes, it's from Bend It Like Beckham, which has brilliantly combined theatre and football to create a hit musical. This is the greatest union of football and music since Gaza met Lindisfarne, Hoddle met Waddle, and Posh met... 2 out of 3 ain't bad. In this extract, we see the characters of Jess and Jules, who like to play football, but they keep clashing with their mothers, who foresee other careers for them. Please welcome Kuljit Barma on percussion, Lauren Samuels, Sophie Louise Dan, Natasha Jaitaleka, and Olivier nominee Natalie Dew.
Does she see what she does to me? Does she know how I care, how I try? Though I wonder why when her gift is a glare. If she knew what I'm going through, if she felt what I feel, she'd be more what a mum is for. I'd have less to conceal. Instead, every bloody word is said to bruise me. Nothing that I do is right. Lately, all I've heard is her accuse me of making life a lifelong fight. Well, if that's love claim, she'll discover quickly enough, as I've discovered with love stain. Me and Bumra Jr. can both play rough. Beware, it's funny stuff. Love will soon be rather more tough. Become tough love. It's stuff called love. Can't you see? All I want to be is a friend and a guide. If she knew what a word can do, then she'd know why I hide. But she never seems to hear the things she's saying, bleating out the same old song. Made a whole career of cheerless praying, 'cause everything I do is wrong. And if that's not love takes, maybe she should love a bit less. 'Cause love aches seems to be the mother of all distress. We share nothing but a name. Small wonder that it gets a bad press. Yes, love is tough, is blind, is cruel. What kind of fool would dare know tough luck, since we're all stuck with love, with love, love, love.
That's so lovely. Now, each year, the Olivier Awards are proud to recognise the achievements of some of London's smaller theatres, or affiliate theatres, as they're known. To present to them an actress who won in 1992 for her role as Paulina in Death and the Maiden, one of our greatest, Juliet Stevenson.
Hello, everybody. I'm very, very chuffed indeed to be giving this particular award for outstanding achievement in an affiliate theatre. All four of the nominees are great favourites of mine as venues, and I'm sure of yours too. But before I announce the nominees, I wanted to pay tribute to another outstanding achievement in an affiliate theatre, one that won't probably get mentioned tonight, and some of you will know about it and some of you won't. But it's the Good Chance Theatre in Calais. Brainchild of the visionary Stephen Daldry and run with inspirationally by the theatre directors and writers Joe Murphy and Joe Robertson. They opened their canvas doors in October last year in a swamp of mud and rain and misery and adversity and destitution. And refugees came into that theatre to sing songs, to tell stories, to get warm, to get dry, to get a cup of tea, to get a spliff, but most importantly, to discover their common humanity and to overcome differences of race, region, and religion. It was an extraordinary achievement. It will have another life. It's come down now, but I'd just like to salute them this evening. And back with great joy to these four nominees for outstanding achievement in an affiliate theatre. The nominees are...
Outstanding achievement in an affiliate theatre. Barbarians at the Clare, the Young Vic. Phil Dunster for his role in Pink Mist at the Bush Theatre. Pat Kinivan and Fishamble for Silent at the Soho Theatre. Violence and Son at Jerwood Theatre upstairs at the Royal Court Theatre.
And the winner is Pat Kinivan and Fishamble for Silent.
Thank you so much, and what a pleasure to get it from Juliet Stevenson too. Thanks so much to everyone back home in Dublin who are rooting for us. Thanks to everyone involved in Silent, to my colleagues Eva and Gavin in Fishamble, to our board, the Arts Council, Culture Ireland, Dublin City Council, Georgianne Aldrich Heller for their support. Thanks so much, 20 seconds is short. Thanks so much to everyone at Soho Theatre for inviting the show, for having us back later this year as well with Underneath the sequel, and especially to Pat Kinivan for his brilliant writing and performance. Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Tim. Sorry, guys, we just flew in this afternoon, so we're wrecked, all right? I'm a bit out of it at the moment, but anyway. I just want to say, gur míle maithagh go léir, agus buchas mór le dia. This is a big surprise, like, it really is. We're so, so humbled. Thank you so much. I want to thank Fishamble. I want to thank all my friends and my family. I want to thank Fionnuala. And mostly, this is for my boy, my son, Kez, who's watching at home. I love you, son. I love you so much. And I just want to say we're going to take Larry back to Dublin for a bit of a party. Thank you so much, Sláinte.
I love my children, Daniel and Lara, too.
I'm so hanging out with them later. Oh, well, earlier on, you found out a little about our following nominees, and now it's time to find out who the winner is. To introduce the Virgin Atlantic Award for Best New Play, a young British actor known for his major roles in How to Get Away with Murder and the Harry Potter films, Alfred Enoch, and with him, a past Olivier winner and one of the world's most esteemed actresses, Vanessa Redgrave.
And the nominees are...
Virgin Atlantic Best New Play. Farinelli and the King at the Duke of York's Theatre. The Father at Wyndham's Theatre. Hangman at Jerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre and Wyndham's Theatre. People, Places and Things at the National Theatre, Dorking.
And the winner is Hangman.
Bravo. Thank you so much. So I'm not actually Martin McDonagh. I'm not sure why I couldn't be here tonight. He did mumble something about cocaine and Dutch hookers, but it was a bit slurred, so... he wanted me to thank me for being so good in it. He really did. And also the rest of the cast. And a special thank you to Matthew Dunster for directing it so brilliantly. And finally, he wanted me to give a message to the Royal Court. He said, "It's nice to be back." Thank you. Well done, Bard.
Well, now, it's not just our big anniversary this year. It's 400 years since the death of William Shakespeare, who is, of course, still a major presence on our screens and in our theatres. In fact, Shakespeare has won more Oliviers than any other writer. Love to know who his agent is. Please welcome the last winner of the Olivier for Shakespearean performance, Rory Kinnear.
A proclaimed prize, most happy. Not just a line from King Lear, but also, presumably, something like what the great Bard of Avon himself would have said each time his name had been called out at these illustrious awards. Of the 18 times that the category of Best Revival has been awarded, plays by William Shakespeare have won 5 of them. What we would have given to have seen him bound up these steps each time, eschewing the kind offers of awards-approved tailors for his own jazzy doublet and black tie hose. Quentin Letts rolling his eyes and tutting at his earring and facial hair. But alas, it is the directors that get to take home the award, perhaps accounting for the tartness of Achilles' line in Troilus and Cressida, prizes of accident as oft as merit. Instead, he is thanked, continually. His plays have won 66 Olivier Awards for other people. Alan Howard and Abdel Farrar won for the Henrys in the first year of the awards. Mike Bartlett's Shakespeare-inspired verse drama King Charles III won Best New Play last year. Twelfth Night has won 7 Oliviers, more than any other of his plays, closely followed by King Lear on 6. Of Judi Dench's record, now 7 Oliviers, 3 have been for Shakespeare, for Lady Macbeth and Cleopatra, and for tonight, Paulina. Patrick Stewart and Michael Bryant have 2 Shakespearean wins, both for roles in Hamlet and Antony and Cleopatra. The statue itself is of Olivier in one of his most celebrated Shakespearean portrayals as Henry V. And not only actors, designers, and directors have won in his name. Musicals, such as The Comedy of Errors inspired The Boys from Syracuse and The Taming of the Shrew's counterpart, Kiss Me Kate, have both been lauded at the awards. The Tempest and Romeo and Juliet have inspired Olivier wins in both opera and dance. The inexhaustible flexibility of his works, its timeless imaginative possibilities underscored by a human understanding and lyrical invention unlike any other, means that today, 400 years after his death, his works are still as seductive and vital to practitioners and audiences alike. More than in the classroom, the lecture hall, or the library, his plays exist to be performed, his characters to have life breathed into them, his ideas and themes to be given shape and definition on the stage. In the English-speaking world, he is the writer we most want to challenge ourselves with, envelop ourselves in, and give voice to. "'Tis deeds must win the prize," says Baptista in Taming of the Shrew. What he did and what he left for all of us is worth more than any prize there is. To mark this anniversary, we're going to hear a sung performance now of one of his sonnets. Earlier this year, we lost the incomparable Alan Rickman, a man both of extraordinary talent and generosity. In 2002, Alan co-curated the album When Love Speaks, a collection of Shakespeare's sonnets, both spoken and sung, brought to life by an incredible group of performers, many of whom are here this evening. Taking inspiration from Alan's unique project, the Olivier Awards have teamed up with a singer-songwriter enjoying a breakout year in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, to perform Sonnet 18, the supremely talented Jack Savoretti.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling birds of May, and summer's leaves hath all too short a day. Sometime too high the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair life, nor shall death ride. Thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal line to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this. And this gives life to thee.
Lovely. And now it's time for the Leading Actor Awards, and I'm joined by the newest, I know, the newest and the youngest star who's very sad to have missed out in the running for Best Actress category. This is Millie, and she's bringing the house down every night in Nell Gwyn. She's gorgeous. I know. Oh, you applaud her. First to present to the men, a trio of actresses enjoying huge success in the new adaptation of the play The Maids at the Trafalgar Studios. All acclaimed actresses in the UK and the USA. We welcome them all tonight. Uzo Aduba, Zawe Ashton, and Laura Carmichael.
Good evening. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight, and we are very proud to hand out the award for Best Actor.
Yes, the performances in this category by all of these men were so strong this year. They sent 3 of us. Let's have a look at the nominees.
Best Actor. Kenneth Branagh for The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre. Kenneth Cranham for The Father at Wyndham's Theatre. Benedict Cumberbatch for Hamlet at the Barbican Theatre. Adrian Lester for Red Velvet at the Garrick Theatre. Mark Rylance for Farinelli and the King at the Duke of York's Theatre.
And the Olivier goes to Kenneth Cranham for The Father.
I'd like to thank Florian Zeller, who's sitting there, for this incredible play that he's written. It's occupied the last 18 months or so of my life and brought me such joy. It's such a brilliant play. And I'd like to thank Christopher Hampton, who translated it so beautifully. We've known each other since we were boys together at the Royal Court Theatre. I lent him a fiver in 1968. I still haven't had it back. It's not true, he did pay me. And I'd really like to thank the director, of course, James MacDonald, who gave me the job. Thank you, James. He's a wonderful director. He's very kind, he's very perceptive, and he lets you find your performance, and he directs further on down the line. And he directs once the audience is taking part. I mean, in our play, because it is a tragic farce, the audience is almost like an extra character, each performance. And we meet them each night as a cast. And James is a wonderful, wonderful man, and he should be very revered. Now, I'd really like to thank my agents, in particular, Stephanie Randall, who's really the things that's happened to her, and the way she's been with me on this play has been fantastic. I'd like to thank my wonderful wife, Fiona, and my daughters, Nancy Grace and Kathleen Mary Margaret, who come to see the play more than once and sit and watch their father disintegrate into dementia, probably thinking, oh God, that's what we've got ahead of us. It's wonderful to me to be associated with Olivier. It's because of him I came down from Tulsa School to West Norwood in a crocodile and watched a very threadbare version of Henry V. It was so battered they had to draw in all the arrows for the battle scene. But he was magic. Olivier was magic. He's the only Englishman I've ever really found magic. I loved lots of Americans, but Olivier, bang. He's my boy. Now, I'd like to thank all of the casts. I've had 4 casts, and I've had a wonderful time with all of them, and all of the people that looked after us. And I'd like to thank Xenia and Alfie and Peas Blossom and Kat and Laura Draper. They've all been wonderful. I hope I haven't left anybody out, because I did the last time. And anyway, bless you all. Thank you.
Please welcome one of the breakout actors of the last year for his TV roles in Happy Valley, Grantchester and War and Peace, but now returning to the London stage in the play Bug, James Norton.
So, for a little country, Great Britain has a lot of great actresses. I'm very proud to be here this evening to present the following award, which is ultimately a celebration of all those extraordinarily talented women. Of course, this evening is about 5 actresses in particular, and the following 5 nominees are fully worthy of all the admiration and respect which they receive. If we're talking greats, these 5 certainly fit the bill. Let's take a look.
Best Actress. Gemma Arterton for Nell Gwyn at the Apollo Theatre. Denise Goff for People, Places and Things at the National Theatre, Dortmund. Nicole Kidman for Photograph 51 at the Noel Card Theatre. Janet McTeer for LIAISONS Dangereuses at the Donmar Warehouse. Leah Williams for Oresteia at the Almeida Theatre.
And the award goes to Denise Goff.
So I've got to be quick. This is for my people. You all know who you are, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen without Duncan Macmillan. I love you so much, and Jeremy Herron. But I have to use my 40 seconds just to say that in a year where we have seen progress made in racial diversity on our stages, I'm just a bit sad that particularly in this category, we haven't been represented. It hasn't been represented in the nominees. So I'm taking Noma Dumaswani with me, and Marianne Jean-Baptiste, and Sharon D. Clark. Your work is extraordinary, and it has really inspired me. So thank you all, and I'll say thanks to you all individually later. But I'm having the time of my life. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Such a popular win. Congratulations, Denise.
Now, we conclude Act 1 with a little help from two extraordinary musicians. Joe Stilgoe is one of the UK's new emerging jazz superstars, and this year found his niche as part of the company of High Society at the Old Vic. Joining him on dueling grand pianos, it's the ambassador to the great American songbook, the two-time Emmy and five-time Grammy-nominated Michael Feinstein. Here are Joe, Michael, the BBC Concert Orchestra, the Arts Ed Choir, and a few special Olivier Award-winning guests with a look back at the last 40 years of winning musicals.
Let me give you the lowdown. I'm crazy for you. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that she turns out to be someone who'll watch over me.
Tell the tale of Sweeney Todd. His skin was pale and his eye was odd.
Then try a little priest.
The taxman's taken all my dough, left me in my stately home, lazing on a sunny afternoon.
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal who could ask for anything more.
I got daisies in green pastures, I got my gal who could ask for anything more.
Old man trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him round my door.
I got starlight, I got sweet dreams,
I got my gal who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more.
Anytime you're Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find a soul doing the Lambeth walk.
Oi, every little Lambeth gal with her little Lambeth pal, you'll find them all doing the Lambeth,
doing the Lambeth,
doing the Lambeth walk.
I'm leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady goes by. Oh me, oh my, I hope the little lady goes by. I don't know if she'll get away, she doesn't always get away, and anyway, I hope that she'll try. Oh me, oh my, I hope the little lady goes by.
Oh, Daniel! Now Ula sing and dance. Let the public feast upon your charms. People say that being creamy is proper, but every
say it's just a story, something on the news. Tell me it's not true, though it's here before me. Say it's just a dream, say it's just a scene from an old movie from years ago. From an old movie of Marilyn Monroe. Say it's just some clowns, two players in the limelight, and bring the curtain down. Tell me it's not true. Say you didn't mean it. Say it's just pretend. Say it's just the end of an old movie from years ago. From an old movie of Marilyn Monroe.
Hey, old friend, are you okay? Old friend, what do you say? Old friend, are we or are we unique? Time goes by, everything else keeps changing. You and I, we get continued next week.
Most friends fade or they don't make the grade. New ones are quickly made, and in a pinch, sure they'll do. But us, old friends, what's to discuss, old friends?
Here's to us, who's like us, damn few. So, old friend, fill me in slow. Old friend, start from hello. Old friend, I want the well-wearing hand.
Old friends do tend to become old habits.
Never knew how much I missed you till now.
Most friends fade or they don't make the grade. New ones are quickly made, some of them worth something too.
But us, old friends, what's to discuss? Old friends, tell me something.
Hey, old friends, how do we stay? Old friends, what do you say? Old friends, somehow a friendship survives. One day, chums having a laugh, a minute. One day comes and they're a part of your life. New friends pour through the revolving door. Maybe there's one that's more. If you find one that'll do. But us, old friends, what's to discuss? Old friends, here's to us.
kiss like a deep breath. Maybe the sweetness is just heaven saying I've got to slow down. I can't jump the gun. I'm always running and bumping into love. Branded by love, it's etched in my skin as I'm floating up above. I'm branded by love. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one. And I walk out, my shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Too late, I walk the road. City of the dead, city of the dead, city of the dead. Signs misleading Do you know the enemy? Do you know your enemy? We gotta know the enemy, right? Whoa! Do you know the enemy? Do you know your enemy? We gotta know the enemy, right? The insurgency will rise when the blood's been sacrificed. Don't be blinded by the lies in your eyes. Yeah, violence is an energy against the urgency. So rally up the demons of your soul. Overthrow the effigy. The vast majority will burning down the foreman of control. When it's time to live and let die, and you can't get another try. Something inside this heart has died. You're in ruin. You're in ruins. 121 cats. Lay down your arms. Give up the fight. 121 cats. Throw up your arms into the sky.
And in this labyrinth, where night is blind, the phantom of the opera is there inside my mind.
Sing, my angel of music.
The phantom of the opera.
Sing. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the life you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me.
And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are buried everywhere, the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him.
The summers die one by one. How soon they fly on and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him
In a slip of our books, there's a tiny revolt. The seed of our war in the creak of our floorboards. A song can begin with a flap of our wing. The tiniest mind packs the mightiest sting every day. Starts with their tick of our clock, all escapes. Starts with their click of our lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. Cause if you're told you can do what wants you, mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top you, won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not
Welcome back to the Olivier Awards 2016 with MasterCard.
Hello, my loyal royal subjects. King George III here. God, I miss you. I'm currently working away on Broadway in a show called Hamilton, written by a very talented lad called Lin-Manuel Miranda. By royal decree, I give you the company of Lin's other hit musical, In the Heights, performing for your delectation tonight at my Royal Opera House. Hit, hit. Lights up on Washington Heights. I don't really rap, so take it away.
Yo! Ustavi, double check this. Take my lotto. Hold up, we sold the winning ticket yesterday?
Yo, what's the payout?
96,000. Damn! 96,000? Dollars? Holla! 96,000!
That's a lot of free cams.
96,000!
Yo, if I won the lotto tomorrow, well, I know I wouldn't bother going on no spending spree. I'd pick a business school and pay the entrance fee. Then maybe if you're lucky, you'll stay friends with me. I'll be a businessman richer than Nina's daddy. Donald Trump and I on the links, and he's my caddy. My money's making money. I'm going from po to moto. Keep the bling. I want the brass ring like Frodo.
Oh no, here goes Mr. Braggadocio. Next thing you know, he's lying like Pinocchio.
Well, if you're scared of the bull, stay out the rodeo.
I got more holes in the phone book in Tokyo.
Oh, you better stop rapping, you're not ready. It's gonna get hot and heavy and you're already sweaty.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm sorry, was that an answer? Shut up, go home and pull your damn pants up. And as for you, Mr. Frodo of the Shire, 96 G's ain't enough to retire.
Come on, I have enough to knock your ass off in taxes.
Man, don't have a knapsack full of jack after taxes.
Real low, imagine how it would feel going real slow down the highway of life with no regrets and no breaking your neck for respect or a paycheck. For real though, we'll take a break from the wheel and we'll throw the biggest block party everybody here. A weekend where we can breathe, take it easy.
Check 1, 2, 3. What would you do with 96 G's? I mean, if it's just between you and me. Esa pregunta es tricky. I know. With 96 G's, I start my life with a brand new lease. Atlantic City with a Malibu breeze. And a brand new weave. Or maybe just bleach.
Y'all are freaks. Yo, with 96,000, I finally fixed housing. Give the body old computers with wireless web browsing. Your kids are living without a good education. Change the station, teach them about gentrification. The rich are penetrating, the rich are penetrating. We power corporations when we should be demonstrating. What about immigration? Politicians be hating. Racism in this nation's gone from latent to blatant. I catch my ticket and pick it, invest in protest. Never lose my focus till this city takes notice. And you know this, man, I never sleep because the ghetto has a million promises for me to keep.
You are so cute. If I win the lottery, you'll never see me again.
Damn, we only joking. Stay broke, damn.
I'll be downtown.
Do you see me at the back? Did you know? Why do you have to hold your penis? I don't know. Did you know that the new Harry Potter play was originally a hip-hop show, just like In the Heights? It was about Quidditch. And it was called, I Got 99 Problems, But a Snitch Ain't One. Not that many Jay-Z fans in the house then. We're going to cross over now to Daniel Boys and... What do I look like? We're going to cross over now to Daniel Boys and Carrie Fletcher, who are in Covent Garden on the ITV stage.
Thank you. Well, hello and welcome to the beautiful Covent Garden Piazza. We've been here all afternoon, and despite the rather wet weather, we've had an amazing lineup of performers and this rather amazing crowd.
And now, we are delighted to welcome to the stage to present the Magic Radio Audience Award, Emma Hatton and Savannah Stevenson.
Wicked was so privileged to receive the Audience Award last year, and we are so honoured to be here to present the award to this year's winner.
And so, the nominations for the Magic Radio Audience Award are Jersey Boys, Les Miserables, Matilda, and The Phantom of the Opera. And the winner is The Phantom of the Opera.
Thank you. Well, this is absolutely incredible. Everyone at Phantom of the Opera would like to thank all of the fans that voted for us. We're absolutely amazed. We'd also like to thank Andrew Lloyd Webber for writing such a masterpiece. Cameron McIntosh, and everyone at Cameron McIntosh Limited, everyone at the Really Useful Group. We would also like to thank all of our predecessors in the building, all the cast and crew that have worked on the show for 3 decades. It's incredible to keep it in tip-top shape and in amazing condition, so it's beautiful and fresh and exciting every time you come and see it. Thank you so much for 30 years. Here's to the next 30. Yeah, thank you!
Wow, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Phantom of the Opera.
An amazing show and a very well-deserved win there. So we now have for you the winning Magic Radio Audience Award for 2016. Please welcome back to the stage the cast of The Phantom of the Opera.
That voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And do I dream again? For now I find the Phantom of the Opera is there inside my mind. I am the mask you wear.
It's me they hear.
Your spirit and my voice in one combine. The phantom of the opera is there inside my and in this labyrinth where night is blind, the phantom of the opera is here inside my mind.
Sing, my angel of music.
Is there the phantom of the opera?
Sing.
Now, our next presenter has just completed 27 marathons in 27 days. He was, of course, raising money for sport relief, which is just extraordinary. Well, I mean, it's okay. I did 27 marathons in 27 minutes, except now they're called Snickers. Why don't we give this man a knighthood? It's Mr. Eddie Izzard.
A lot of it was green screen. No, actually, it was all real. But they cut out a lot of the swearing. I did swear a hell of a lot. I did go Steve Jobs quite often, because it's a bit difficult. But if you do something like that, just it sounds glib, but it gets easier after 10 marathons. It does, your brain gets used to it, and it's just like you're a kid. Remember, as kids, we got up every day and we went out and we did stuff, and not quite like that, I suppose, but, you know, it gets, forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present the award for Best New Comedy, and the nominations are...
Best New Comedy. A Christmas Carol at the Noel Coward Theatre. Hand to God at the Vaudeville Theatre. Nell Gwynn at the Apollo Theatre. Peter Pan Goes Wrong at the Apollo Theatre.
And the winner is... Nell Gwynn.
Thank you so much. This is lovely. I'd quite like one of them. Can I take one of them? Thank you. 351 years ago today, only metres from here, Pepys wrote in his diary that he'd just been to the theatre and seen a woman on stage, one pretty witty Nell. And so the 3rd of April is a pretty big day for Nell Gwyn, and it is tonight as well. So thank you so much to our entire team, to the force of nature that is Gemma Arterton, to the effervescent Gugu who started the role at the Globe, to our fantastic creative team, Nigel and Chris Luscombe, our wonderful director, and Hugh and the entire creative team who have been wonderful, and also to our 3 lady producers. We have Nika Burns and Paula and Eleanor, up the women, so that is fantastic for all of us. But I'd also like to say thank you so much to Dominic Dromgoole, who took a chance on an unknown writer, and of course to Nell Gwyn, the Minx. So thank you all.
Now, I don't think I'm too old to play juvenile lead. I'd be happy to go back to playing Marius at Les Miserables. Indeed. I'd be happy to play the title role in our next nominated musical. A group of talented young performers gained rave reviews last year with their acclaimed revival of the Alan Parker classic. Here's the wonderful cast of Bugsy Malone, and So You Wanna Be a Boxer?
Hit it, Leroy!
What's your name again, kid?
Leroy Smith. With you showing him the ropes, Cagey Joe, he could be a champion in no time.
Okay, I'll give him a try, but I tell you now, he'll be no good unless he's got it.
It? What's it? It is the difference between being a no-hope slugger and being a champion.
It is what makes a fighter special. You haven't got it, you just haven't got it. So you wanna be a boxer in the golden ring? Can you punch like a southbound freight train? Tell me just one thing. Can you move in a word like a hummingbird's wing if you need to? Can you bob, can you weave, can you fake and deceive if you need to? Well, you might as well quit if you haven't got it. So you wanna be a boxer? Can you pass the test? I can tell if you've got it in you. I train the best. When you work and you sweat and you bend and you train to a buzzsaw, then you near lose your mind when you find that your boy has a glass jaw. Well, you might as well quit if you haven't got it.
Let me have a swing, Joe, then we'll go to lunch, we'll make it quite swift. Then you'll get the drift. Put him in the ring, Joe, chicken out of clock. Let him have a wing, Joe, tear a little apart, that chicken would crawl.
Now, to present the newly created award for Best Performance in a Sequel from the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society, stars of The Play That Goes Wrong and the sequel, Peter Pan Goes Wrong. Please welcome Chris Bean, Robert Grove, and Dennis Tide.
Smile at audience and wait for applause to subside.
Good evening. I am Chris Bean.
I'm Robert Grove. And I am Name.
As Michael Balls was saying, we are presenting a new award created this year for Best Performance in a Sequel.
It is often said that sequels are created by writers generally devoid of new ideas, in a shameless attempt to make as much money from their original fluke as possible. And the nominees are...
Best Performance in a Sequel. Mark Rylance in King Lear 2, Lear We Go Again. Judi Dench in Sensible Boots. Denise Gough in People, Places and Lots of Other Things. Luke Treadaway in Moorhorse.
And the winner is... Dear Mother, happy birthday, love, Chris.
Where's the Olivier result?
It must be at Mother's.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Hello, Mother. Yes, hello. It's me, Chris. Yes. Yes, we're doing it now. It's going very well, yes. Yes. No, we didn't win. No. It's, I don't know. It's something called Nell Gwine. I hadn't heard of it. No. Yes, Mother, I need you to open your birthday card for me. Yes, sir, I know it's not your birthday till Tuesday.
All right, everyone, you're going to have to come back on Tuesday, and then...
It's fine. Mother, just get the card out of the drawer. No, not the bottom drawer. Not the bottom drawer. No, those are my photography magazines. Just put those back and... No, Mother, no, I wasn't using a tone. Mother, please, Mother!
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not know who has won the Olivier. But if you'd like to find out who's won the award, please come to Chris's mother's flat after the ceremony.
Yes, Dennis will come round to you all individually to get the idea of numbers, and he'll give you Mother's address. We'll be opening the envelope and awarding the Olivier there.
Quickly, bring Michael Ball back on.
His balls.
Michael's balls back on.
Thank the audience and exit.
Well done, boys. Now bugger off. And so now, 2 awards which focus on dance. To present them, an ex-principal dancer of the Royal Ballet who went on to star in Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake and is now an esteemed actor and choreographer. Please welcome back to this very stage, Adam Cooper.
Thank you. It's thrilling to be here and to be asked to announce the winners of this year's dance categories. The first category is Best New Dance Production, and the nominees are...
Best New Dance Production. He Who Falls, Celui Qui Tombe, by Compagnie Johann Bourgeois at the Barbican Theatre. Romeo et Juliet by Jean-Christophe Maillot with Les Ballets de Monte Carlo at the London Coliseum. Wolf Works by Wayne McGregor at the Royal Opera House.
And the winner is Wolf Works by Wayne McGregor.
Wow, thank you very, very much.
WolfWorks was totally a collaborative endeavour, and I want to receive this award on behalf of the Royal Ballet and all of the wonderful WolfWorks team. Max Richter, who wrote a phenomenal score, Chris Eckers, sound designer, Koen Kessels, who led our Royal Opera House Orchestra in such brilliant playing, our unparalleled design team, Lucy Carter, Ravi Dupre, Moritz Younger, We Not I, Sigway, and Kabuki Magic, our dramaturg, our fabulous dramaturg, Ozma Hamid, and my tireless assistants, Amanda Ailes and Jenny Tattersill. Alessandra Ferry, I wanted just to say thank you so much for coming back to Covent Garden and performing such an amazing performance. You were absolutely incredible to work with and a total pleasure. All of the dancers of the Royal Ballet, this really is for you. You inspire me every day. Kevin O'Hare was totally unflinching when I said I wanted to make a full evening's ballet on the subject of Virginia Woolf. Thank you for your trust and your vision. We're super lucky to work in this amazing theatre all the time. This is our home, and it's full of the most imaginative and creative individuals who empower artists to do the thing that they do best, make great work. And finally, I'd like to thank Virginia Woolf for her words, for her poetry, and for her truth. Thank you very much.
Now we move on to Outstanding Achievement in Dance, and the nominees are...
Outstanding Achievement in Dance. Alessandra Ferry for her performances in Cherie and WolfWorks at the Royal Opera House. Javier de Frutos for his choreography of Anatomy of a Passing Cloud at the Linbury Studio Theatre, Royal Opera House. Sasha Waltz for her choreography of Sacra at the Sadler's Wells Theatre.
And the winner is Alessandra Ferry.
Well, this is really incredible for me. I stopped dancing 9 years ago, and I thought it was all over. I'm very glad I was wrong. And I really want to thank Martha Clark for the wonderful role of Leia in Cherie. She really has helped me to start a new chapter in my life. And then Wayne McGregor. I had an amazing time working with him, with the Royal Ballet. Really, I don't think I will ever forget it. He has an extraordinary vision that is so inspiring and stimulating, and he has taken me into a world that I really couldn't have imagined. Thank you to all the dancers that shared the stage with me in these two productions.
And so, in our look back over the last 40 years, time to see just a bit about the plays.
They're all really exciting nights at the theatre, and they're pushing the boundaries. They're always doing something slightly different.
Nicholas Nickleby, which was like a kind of brilliant summation not only of Dickens, but of everything that the Royal Shakespeare Company had been doing over the previous, perhaps, decade.
I think it's impossible to imagine that a play such as Mike Bartlett's King Charles III, which won in 2015, could have been done even in the 90s. I think there would have been mayhem in the newspapers about that. Children of a Lesser God, Mark Medoff. That was a breakthrough play in terms of the representation of disability on stage and the opportunities for actors with disabilities. I remember seeing Les Liaisons Dangereuses dramas and just thinking, this is an extraordinary piece of theatre.
It was a game changer. Tom Stoppard invented for Arcadia a way of telling a story that was about time and about science and love.
There's one constant looking across the 40 years, which is that adultery is a fantastically popular subject for drama. From Betrayal in 1979 right up to Chimerica, and in between that, Patrick Marver's Closer. But if you drew up a list now of who the major dramatists of that period have been, they would be Harold Pinter, Tom Stoppard, Carol Churchill, David Hare, and Martin McDonagh would be a lot of people's top half dozen. Now they've all won the Olivier Best Play Award.
Pillowman. It's everything I believe that theatre should be. It was terrifying. It was thought-provoking. It was funny. Massively theatrical.
American playwrights who have been at work in the 40 years of the Oliviers, they would be Arthur Miller, August Wilson, David Mamet. He won for Glengarry Glen Ross. That's probably his best play, certainly the most performed.
With something like Blackbird, there's a great play that dealt with very, very difficult subject matter, challenging subject matter, and in a very challenging way.
Having these successes at the Oliviers, ultimately the theatre is about the limitless imagination and how we can actually go anywhere in our imagination. When we started Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, we were doing a little risky piece. We wanted to be brave and we wanted to explore the world according to this unusual boy.
The judges have alighted on plays with staying power, and I think that's pretty impressive when you look back.
What an amazing look back at just some of the incredible productions in London theatre since 1976. And indeed, to present our next award for Outstanding Achievement in Music, we're delighted to welcome one of the winners in that first year of 1976 when he won the award for Actor of the Year in a new play. He's gone on since then to star in numerous plays and television series, not least in recent times, Downton Abbey and The Sound of Music Live. Welcome, Paul Copley.
Thank you very much. Huge pleasure and a privilege to be asked to present an award tonight. I just want to mention and remember a great man of the theatre who made it possible for me to be one of the first recipients of this award, Lord Miles, Bernard Miles, and his wonderful, remarkable Mermaid Theatre. And now, the Autograph Sound Award for Outstanding Achievement in Music, and the nominees are...
Autograph Sound Award for Outstanding Achievement in Music. Bend It Like Beckham, music by Howard Goodall, lyrics by Charles Hart, and orchestrations by Howard Goodall and Kuljit Bamra at the Phoenix Theatre. Farinelli and the King, Claire Van Kampen, for musical arrangements, the musicians, and Yestin Davis and the singers, who alternated the singing role for Farinelli at the Duke of York's Theatre. In the Heights, music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda, orchestrated and arranged by Alex Lacamar and Bill Sherman at the King's Cross Theatre. Kinky Boots, music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper, music supervision, arrangements and orchestrations by Stephen Aramus at the Adelphi Theatre.
And the winner of the Olivier Award, In the Heights, music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Thank you. Lin-Manuel Miranda is simply a genius, and he would be here tonight if he wasn't starring in another show that he wrote, a tiny little show off-Broadway called Hamilton. Otherwise, he would be here. He would like to thank his original collaborators, Chiara Alga Huades, Alex Lacamore, Bill Sherman, and John Bozzetti. He wants to thank the current amazing company of In the Heights. There they are. The incredible creative team led by the music department. Tom
Deering, thank you so much. And to Phil. And this is for our wonderful musicians that are there every night. And this is for musicians everywhere. Thank you so much for turning our show into such an event and for moving us. And the reason I'm so emotional is because it does move me. And I think that's why we've attracted an audience down to our tent at King's Cross, because it gets you and it's moved us. So thank you so much. This means the world to us. Thank you.
Lynn had one special message that he wanted to say.
Lynn wanted us to dedicate this to his son, Sebastian, and I think Sebastian's probably going to have a lot of awards dedicated to him over the next few years. So, Lynn, Kiera, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tragically, this is my last frock change. Our next performance comes from the heartwarming family musical 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. They were actually going to do a mashup with the cast of Book of Mormon. It was going to be called 7 Brides for 1 Brother. From this summer's production, please welcome nominee Laura Pitt-Pulford and the company from the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre.
Going courting, oh, it sets your senses in a whirl. Going courting, tooting up to go and see a girl. Oh, it's fun to hunt and shoot a gun, or to catch a rabbit on the run. But you'll find it's twice as sporting. Going courting, going dancing.
Going dancing?
At a fancy ball or minuet. Come on, Caleb. Going dancing. You'll impress her with your etiquette.
You mean that men are learning how to dance?
Yes, it came direct from Paris, France. It'll help with your romancing. Going dancing. Come on, boy!
Fantastic performances. And I think I should take this opportunity to thank the body of men and women who provided the music for tonight. The amazing BBC Concert Orchestra, leader Charles Mutter and conductor Larry Blank. Amazing work they've done. So now, to present the award for choreography, we welcome a man who has been recently honoured with a knighthood. He was awarded for his achievements in the world of dance and his role in shaping a huge number of iconic productions. One of the world's most famous choreographers, will you welcome Sir Matthew Bourne.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real honour to be here to be part of this celebration for 40 years of the Olivier Awards, and particularly for me, a great honour to present this award to one of my brilliant fellow choreographers. So here we go. Best Theatre Choreographer, the nominations are...
Best Theatre Choreographer. Carlos Acosta and Andrew Wright for Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre. Drew McConey for In the Heights at the King's Cross Theatre. Stephen Mear for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Jerry Mitchell for Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre.
And the winner is, first nomination, first Olivier Award, Drew McConey.
Thank you. Wow, I mean, it's my belief that musical theatre is the art of collaboration, so I accept this on behalf of many, many people who I won't be able to thank by name, but I will hunt you down and I will thank you personally. But I will go through the show's producers, the entire creative team, and so my heart is just like out here. You might be able to hear it on the microphone. It's like underscoring. The entire creative team who worked tirelessly, and in particular Luke Shepherd. I want to thank the incredible cast who give everything of themselves every night, 8 shows a week, but in particular to one incredible woman, Alex Sarmiento, who's my dance captain. She's just absolutely sensational, and of course Lin-Manuel. Moving on from In the Heights, I want to thank Matthew Bourne, my friend and my inspiration, and I'm going to thank him publicly. I want to thank my 2 associates, Ebony Molina and Simon Hardwick. I want to thank my agents, Alistair and Helen, for their tireless humour and energy. I also want to thank my boyfriend, whom I love dearly, Mark Senior. Thank you for understanding my crazy schedule. And then finally, my parents, who I'm so pleased that you are here tonight to see this. Everything you've given up, everything you've sacrificed to make your little boy happy is coming true. Thank you.
Our next presenter is best known for his role in Game of Thrones, but he's now returning to his former life on the stage in the lead role of Dr. Faustus in Jamie Lloyd's production at the Duke of York's Theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kit Harington.
It is my great honour to be presenting for the award of Best Director. So here are the nominations.
Best Director. Rob Ashford and Kenneth Branagh for The Winter's Tale at the Garrick Theatre. Matthew Dunster for Hangman at Sherwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre and Wyndham's Theatre. Robert Icke for Oresteia at the Almeida Theatre. Jonathan Kent for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre.
And the winner is Robert Icke for Orostar.
Wow, this is amazing. It's a long evening and I have to be tight on time, so it's just like the Orostar in many ways. I'm going to be quick with the thank yous and just say a massive thank you to Rupert Gould and Denise Wood and Lucy Patterson at the Almeida and Dan Schumann, who produced it, and Sonia Friedman and Adam Spears and Emily Vaughan Barrett, who took us to the West End, the world's least commercial show in the commercial sector. I would be remiss to not thank my actors, starting with the extraordinary Angus Wright, Luke Thompson, Josh Higgett, Oliver Ryan, Jonathan McGuinness, John Mackay, Rudy Darmalingham, Jessica Brown-Findlay, Lorna Brown, Annie Furbank, Harai Yanis, and Leah Williams. I mean, extraordinary people. And my blissful creative team, many of whom I can see, Hildegard Bechler, who did the design, and Tasha Chivers, who did the lights, Tom Gibbons, Olivier Award-winning Tom Gibbons, who did the sound, and Tim Reed, and my beloved assistant, Anthony Almeida. You don't do these things alone, and it really is, I suppose, an extraordinary thing to spend time with genuine artists digging up something very, very old and trying to make it very new and very now. And however successful or unsuccessful that turns out to be, it's a worthy pursuit and a great way to spend time. So that work really is its own reward. And this is delightful, but kind of delightfully redundant against these wonderful people. Thank you all very much. Cheers.
Well, now, another of tonight's special guests, a Grammy, Emmy, and Tony Award winner, and now turning her hand to musical composition, as you've already heard tonight, with Kinky Boots. We are honored to have her performing for us. It's only Cyndi Lauper.
Check. One and two and three Oh, it's been such a long time. Looks like I get you off my mind. Oh, but I can't. Just the thought of you turns my whole world a misty blue. Just the mention of your name turns a flicker to a flame. I think of things we used to do, and my whole world turns misty blue. I should forget you. Yeah. Heaven knows I tried. But when I say I'm glad we're through, my heart knows I've lied. Yeah. turns my whole world a misty blue. Oh, just the thought of you turns my whole world a misty blue. Don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and darkness inside you make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
Show me a smile. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear. You can call me up, you know I'll be there.
And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show
Your true colors.
your true colors are beautiful like a
Good evening, Good evening, I am the Lorax. Now, I think it was about a year ago on a walking holiday in Spain when Kenneth Branagh said to me, I think it's time that a puppet played the Dane. Well, I said, how can I refuse? Yes, Kenneth, of course. He said, Ophelia will be played by Joey from Warhorse. He said you could win an Olivier. You could see it, touch it, cup it. Joey will win Best Actor, but you will win Best Supporting Puppet. All right, look, none of this is true, but a kid can dream, okay? Look, to be honest with you, I am resting at the moment. In fact, I am here selling the ice cream, but this is my chance. Is a furry Hamlet saleable? Kenneth, if you are out there, just to let you know, dear, I am available. But enough of this. It's time to introduce two dear friends, neither a phony or a faker. It's the lovely Rob Brydon and the wonderful Zoe Wanamaker.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely. Sorry. I'm not sticking out, am I? Would that I could. Zoe and I are delighted to be here as your guides as we move seamlessly into day 2 of the Olivier Awards. And this, keep it together, Zoe, keep it together. This, I'm a firm believer that it's selfish of an actor to hijack a stage for their own causes, whatever they are, but I can't come out here in this climate and not use this opportunity to say that all of us tonight have a bond, have something in common, whether you are a man or a woman, you are young or old, you are gay or straight, you're an actor, you're a writer, you're a director. All of us are linked by one thing. We are all missing country file. We've all Sky Plussed it. I know Judy has. She never misses it. But it's not the same, is it, Jude? It's not the same if it's not live. That's what she said to me. I could carry on like this for another 30 to 40 seconds almost effortlessly, but I think we should move on. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominations for Best Actor in not a sporting role, not that, a supporting role. It's a small but important distinction. Best Tractor in a sporting role in a musical. These are the nominations.
Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical. David Badella for In the Heights at the King's Cross Theatre. Dan Burton for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Peter Davison for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Gavin Spokes for Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre.
And the winner is David Badella.
We're old friends. No, we really are. We were together at the National when I first started here in this country, and it's been a wonderful ride, and I'm really pleased that this has happened tonight. Thank you very much. I want to thank the writers of this show who've given us such a beautiful piece to work with every night. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Chiara, of course. They're just extraordinary, and we get to play with their material night after night and remind each other how important home and family and love are. It's a lesson for all of us every single night that we get to do this show. I want to thank my agent, Stuart Piper, and everyone at Cold Kitchen. Thank you to the producers of this show. Do all of you know where the King's Cross Theatre is? If you go the road in between the two, at the top is Goods Way, and you'll see our little marquee there. Please come see us. Thank you to an extraordinary cast, and to Josie Benson, who plays my wife every night, and you know, she's the balance. Yeah, thank you, honey. Really, I'm just so moved by this and so humbled by it. Thank you very much. God bless.
Well done to In the Heights, and how very fitting that all the cast members for In the Heights What shall we do now, Zoe? Best Actress. If we were presenting breakfast news together, this is very politically correct, the spacing, by the way. Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. The nominations...
The nominees are...
Very nice, very nice.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. Priya Kalidas for Bend It Like Beckham at the Phoenix Theatre. Amy Lennox for Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre. Lara Pulver for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Emma Williams for Mrs. Henderson Presents at the Noel Coward Theatre.
And the winner is Lara Pulver.
Gosh, this is quite overwhelming. Not just for me, but for the little me whose mum would take me to the London theatre, all the different London theatres, once a year growing up, and I'd come home totally inspired and make scrapbooks out of the programmes of the shows and plays, and save my pocket money to buy the cast recordings of the musicals and wear them out. And now I have the privilege to be part of the London theatre community, and I am so humbled and so honoured. And if only that little girl had known that one day she'd be on stage with one of the best British female screen and stage actresses, Imelda Staunton. Imelda, you lead by example, your integrity, your discipline, and your wonderful sense of humour. So thank you so much. It has been such a privilege to work and learn from you. To my wonderful director, Jonathan Kent, I can't wait to be back in a rehearsal room with you again. To Stephen Mear, to Anthony Ward, to our wonderful musical director, Nicholas Skilbeck, an absolute genius who I shared the journey with every night as he conducted our fantastic Gypsy band. To my agent, Sarah Camlett, to my incredible husband, who is just joy, and most importantly, to my mum, my Mama Rose, who is far from a Mama Rose. Her quiet integrity and love and generosity and humility she's been such an incredible teacher and leader in life for me. And thank you, this is such an honour. Thank you so much.
And now to present Best Musical Revival, an actress best known for her role in TV's Glee, but soon to star in Dreamgirls here in London, Amber Riley.
I am so honored to be here, and I'm so honored to be joining such an incredible community of actors on the West End. But enough about me. This is about the nominees for Best Musical Revival, and here they are.
Best Musical Revival. Bugsy Malone at the Lyric Hammersmith. Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre. Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre.
And the winner is Gypsy.
This is tremendous, as was the entire 36-week run of Gypsy at the Savoy. A perfect marriage of something that was artistically brilliant and hugely commercially successful, which we are all incredibly proud of. This award is for Jonathan Kent and an incredible world-class creative team, for Imelda Staunton leading a phenomenal company, crew and orchestra, and especially for Chichester Festival Theatre.
And believe me, we really, really want to thank Stephen Sondheim for realising that Imelda Staunton was the British actress that had to play Rose. Thank you.
Congratulations to Gypsy. Now, we come to the part of the show where we dedicate a few moments in looking back at those that we've sadly lost over the past year. Some will have been known to us personally. Some we've just sat back and admired over the years. Michael Feinstein and our wonderful orchestra join us to pay tribute. To those friends who are on this footage tonight, and to many others who aren't, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your contribution to our stages.
When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, then I shall tell them I remember you, the way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on the bumpy road to love, but I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. The way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Very moving. On to the awards for leading performances in a musical. First, we have a soul singer who has very much found her home on the London stage and returns to the Dominion this summer in her hit role in The Bodyguard. And with her, a Hollywood star who started his career on stage in hits such as Rent Miss Saigon, and Piaf, and returns to his musical past in the upcoming live-action movie of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Can't wait. The gorgeous Beverly Knight and the equally gorgeous Luke Evans.
Hello, good evening. Performing in a musical requires a shed load of dedication, a huge amount of rhythm, and a voice that can seamlessly link song with the spoken word. Tonight, this category recognizes some incredibly talented men who have made us laugh, made us cry, and sometimes have made us dance to their performances.
And believe you me, even though these guys are the very, very best in what they do, it looks really easy, but it's not. The nominees for the Best Actor in a Musical are...
Best Actor in a Musical. Ian Bartholomew for Mrs. Henderson Presents at the Noel Coward Theatre. Killian Donnelly for Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre. David Haig for Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre. Matt Henry for Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre. Jamie Parker for Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre.
And the winner is Matt Henry for Kinky Boots!
Oh. 1996, Josie Chamberlain College in Birmingham. I sat in the classroom and my drama teacher turned around and she said that a fellow student, Adrian Lester, had won Best Actor in a Musical for his role in Company. And I remember sitting there looking out the window and she was saying this, going, I wish one day that's me. I stand here now and it is me, and I'm just so grateful and honored to be here and to be honored with this amazing award. I'd love to say thank you so much to my producers, Dara Ruff, Hal Luftig, my creative team, Jerry. I love you for allowing me to be who I want to be and who I need to be and to find myself. Thank you. Cindy, Harvey, all the creative team from Kinky Boots, my Kinky Boots cast. Thank you, Jill Green. Thank you so much for casting me in this role. But I dedicate this award to my leading man. He's my brother, man. Killian Donnelly, thank you. Thank you. I'm honored, thank you.
Okay. Now, this category recognizes some exceptionally talented women. I have to read these out because I don't want to get them wrong. This category encompasses a pushy mother, an ill-informed bride, a footballer, a gangster's disgruntled fiancé, and a rather eccentric widow.
It is fantastic to see here in British theatre such a diverse range of roles for women. It's so incredible to see women who are older, women who are younger, women who are feisty, women who are vulnerable, women portraying all the beautiful things that they are. And the nominees for the Best Actress in a Musical are...
Best Actress in a Musical. Tracy Bennett for Mrs. Henderson Presents at the Noel Coward Theatre. Natalie Dew for Bend It Like Beckham at the Phoenix Theatre. Laura Pitt Pulford for Seven Brides for Seven Brothers at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre. Imelda Staunton for Gypsy at the Savoy Theatre. Sophie Thompson for Guys and Dolls at the Savoy Theatre.
And the winner is, if I can get the envelope thingy. Oh, yes. Imelda Staunton.
Thank you very much indeed. I had an incredible time playing this role, and mainly because by my side I had Peter Davison, Lara Pulver, and Gemma Sutton, along with a ridiculously talented cast of adults, children, and a very good dog. I had Jonathan Kent, he told me how to act it, Nick Skilbeck how to sing it, and Stephen Mear how to shake it. But I have to thank especially Mark Malin, who was the singing teacher that made it possible for me to sing this role for 8 months. So great thanks to him. We started the show in Chichester, in the loving arms of Chichester, and then Michael Harrison and David Ian brought us to the Savoy Theatre. And I think I can speak on behalf of the company, cast, and crew and band when I say that we felt we were doing something special every night, and every night we went out and wanted to do a better show than the night before. And finally, thanks to Stephen Sondheim, who has been my champion for the last few years. He really is the Shakespeare of musical theatre, and I got to sing his speeches every night, and that's got to make you better, hasn't it? Thank you.
I bloody love her. So, to our final award of the night, MasterCard Best New Musical. To present it, truly a global superstar. We are so delighted that she's flown in especially to join us here tonight for this seriously hotly contested award. Will you welcome the one, the only, the Dame, Shirley Bassey.
Thank you so very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or I should say good night, or good morning. I don't know where I am. The nominees for MasterCard Best New Musical. Here are the nominees.
MasterCard Best New Musical. Bend It Like Beckham at the Phoenix Theatre. In the Heights at King's Cross Theatre. Kinky Boots at the Adelphi Theatre. Mrs. Henderson Presents at the Noel Coward Theatre.
And the award goes to Kinky Boots.
Oh my God. We're thrilled, we're honored. Shirley Bassey, this makes it just over the top. I don't, my heart. Anyway, we thank you all. We are so grateful for the warm embrace that London has given Kinky Boots. And since our story really started in Northampton, we feel that we've brought it home in a way that I hope you have appreciated. This really belongs to our entire Kinky Boots family and the wonderful and glorious British company that has brought it to you. When we learn to accept ourselves, when we learn to accept others, we can have a better world, we can change the world, and that's the message of Kinky Boots.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm more excited about this or meeting Shirley Bassey. Oh my God. To Jerry, Harvey, Cindy, Stephen Aremus, thank you so much for this. For all the people that take care of us all over the world, everyone at Foresight and Playful, DB, Rusty, you guys rock. Everyone at Cameron McIntosh and Dolly, you make our lives just so wonderful over here. And you take such great care of us. And to Scott, who organizes my life, and my steward, who is my life, you're my allium. Thank you.
To our families, Kinky Boots and real families. Husband Stephen, lovely Jordan, my Amanda at home. Thank you all for being so gracious to us.
Well, congratulations to all of our award winners tonight. In this, the 40th anniversary year, it seems appropriate to end tonight with a look back to the first ever ceremony in 1976. In that year, the first ever winner of Best New Musical went on to become one of the most iconic and well-loved shows in the world. The original London cast also performed at that first award ceremony back in 1976. Well, we've got a galaxy of Olivier Award-winning leading ladies here now to sing What I Did for Love from a chorus line.
Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. And I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Look. My eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. And I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Gone. Love is never gone as we travel on. That's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Love is never on as we travel on.
Amazing, eh? It's wonderful, ladies. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you. Thank you to everyone here at the Royal Opera House. That is unfortunately the end of the Olivier Awards with MasterCard for 2016. Next year, the awards are on Sunday, the 9th of April, and at a new home, the the Royal Albert Hall. Wow. Yes. We look forward to seeing you then. If you've enjoyed me, I've been Michael Ball. If you haven't, I've been Michael Crawford. From all of us here, God bless, good night.